Thank you once again. My name is Mr. Charles Wenike. In this video tutorial, we are now on Tantalum capacitors with porous anode and solid electrode. The short name of this is, it is also known as solid Tantalum electrolytic capacitor. Just as I said on the other one is wet electrolytic capacitor, while this one is a solid Tantalum electrolytic capacitor. Remember, I told you from the other previous videos that there are three types of tantalum capacitor, which tantalum capacitor that not everybody is aware of it. I first of all mentioned tantalum foil electrolytic capacitor. I mentioned secondly is wet tantalum electrolytic capacitor, and this one is the third one, which is called solid Tantalum electrolytic capacitor. So in that case, before we proceed on this video, please, I would like to say, if you like my video, subscribe to my channel, comment, like, and share. So in that case, tantalum capacitor family is also known as solid tantalum, and it is the variety that is most commonly used. This one is the most commonly used in all among of the three other tantalum capacitor. Many of our electronics motherboard today, or electronics gadget, handset, tablets, palm top, laptop, and printer, and so on and so forth, they are, this particular one, they are all there. There are millions of them over in our electronics gadget. So in this case, this one is commonly used. The only issue that this one have is that it doesn't have much long voltage capacity to withstand voltage or current, and is easily to explode if there is excessive voltage in it. So that is just the only disadvantage of this solid tantalum electrolytic capacitor. Let's move forward in that case. Now, many millions of them are used each day, and they can be found in many items of consumer and commercial electronics equipment. Just as I mentioned before, commercial electronics equipment are those things that we often use in our various home: television, router, switches, laptop, pan top, printer, desktop, and so on and so forth. Anything that has an electronics component, definitely you must, not will, you must see this solid tantalum electrolytic capacitor in it. It must be there because it is used every day by day in each of our commercial and consumer electronic equipment. And you know what electronic means is an easier way of communication. One, it has come in times of networking. It helps in times of communicating and so on and so forth. So in that case, in our router is there, in our switches is there, in any kind of electronics, the tantalum electrolytic capacitor is also there, which means that this solid aspect of it is all over in our labor market. And this capacitor was developed by Bell Telephone Laboratories by using a porous anode and then replacing the liquid electrode with a solid, and that is where the name comes from, the solid semiconductor. That is why it was replaced by, instead of liquid, it was used by solid. This one is the one that make it up to be three types of tantalum electrolytic capacitor. So in that case, in that position of liquid, the solid has been taking place in position of liquid, and it was produced or developed by the Bell Telephone Laboratories by using, in the replacement of a liquid, replace it by the solid semiconductor. Now, in this case, these capacitors are superior. These ones are superior to electrolytic capacitor in many ways. This ones, it means that this one is better than other electrolytic capacitor, other one that I have already treated and mentioned. This one is much more better, and they are better in many ways. In addition, they are exhibiting excellent temperature and frequency characteristics. In aluminium electrolytic capacitor, it is used in low frequency, but this one is much better than aluminium electrolytic capacitor to compare with that. So in that case, it simply means that it's much more superior than every other electrolytic capacitor. But the problem it has is it doesn't have the ability or the capability to withstand higher current or voltage. So in that case, there are also smaller than, they are also smaller than aluminium electrolytic capacitor counterpart. They are smaller for sure. All tantalum capacitor are smaller, but because I know and I have seen it that there are also aluminium capacitor that are small. They are small as well. I have seen it because I also work with electronics, and that is what I also study. I have seen it in various motherboards of electronics. So in this area now, what I'm trying to explain here is they are also smaller than aluminium electrolytic counterparts. So however, they are not able to handle high level of current or voltage spark. They don't accept or withstand high current or voltage spark. Immediately they will just got spoiled or blown off. So that is only disadvantage of this. But in terms of every other area, they are excellently doing well, and they are much better than other electrolytic capacitor that I just mentioned. So in that case, they are also damaged almost instantaneously by reverse polarity. What I mean by reverse polarity, in case if you mistakenly put or if you are to mount it on a motherboard, if you mistaken the position of the positive and you put it on the negative, it means that immediately it doesn't waste time to be explode because you mismount it. It means that whatever thing you are doing with this particular one, you must be very careful in terms of mounting it. Let it be that you are mounting it the way it's supposed to be mounted, because it has a polarity. Polarity means it has a plus and minus, where it is indicate on its body, well boldly indicated that this is how you should mount it. So in that case, please, thank you once again for watching my video. If you like my video, subscribe to my channel, comment, and like, share. Thank you once again. See you next week.